In the landscapes of Udhampur, nestled among the snow-capped peaks, there exists a tale that sends shivers down the spines of those stationed at the army quarters. This story transcends the ordinary and delves into the realms of supernatural, weaving a narrative of a haunted legacy that has endured through the annals of time. The army quarters in Udhampur, with its disciplined ranks and stoic facade, stood as a bastion of order and duty. Little did the soldiers know that within the confines of their seemingly impervious abode lurked a spectral presence, a ghostly tale that had been whispered from one generation of soldiers to the next. The narrative traces its origin to a bygone era, a time when Udhampur was a strategic military outpost. The barracks, constructed with military precision, housed the brave men and women who stood guard against the unknown in the unforgiving terrain. Among the soldiers stationed at the quarters was a young officer named Captain Arjun Singh, charismatic and dedicated. Captain Singh was known for their unwavering commitment to duty. His leadership earned him the respect and admiration of his comrades. But little did they know that his fate was intertwined with a supernatural force that dwelled within the quarters. The haunting began subtly with inexplicable sounds echoing through the otherwise silent corridors. Late at night, when the barracks should have been immersed in a hushed stillness, the soldiers would hear faint whispers, indistinct murmurs that seemed to drift from the shadows. As the days turned into weeks, the inexplicable occurrences intensified. Soldiers reported seeing fleeting shadows out of the corners of their eyes, vanishing as quickly as they appeared. The atmosphere in the quarters took on a eerie quality, as if an unseen presence lingered in the spaces between reality and supernatural. Captain Singh thought spectacle of the paranormal couldn't ignore the growing unease among his troops. Determined to maintain the discipline of the unity, he launched an investigation into the strange happenings. Little did he know that this quest for answers would plunge him into a world beyond the realm of living. The soldiers, united by a shared sense of trepidation, began to exchange stories of their own encounters with the unknown. One common thread wove through their narratives, a spectral figure that appeared in the dead of night, clad in a tattered uniform reminiscent of a era long past. The ghostly apparition, as described by the soldiers, bore the countenance of a weary soldier, his face with the weariness of a battle fought in the shadows. Some claimed to have seen him standing at attention as if frozen in time, while others spoke of his haunting gaze that seemed to pierce through the very soul. As Captain Singh delved deeper into the history of the Udhampur army quarters, he uncovered a dark secret that had remained buried for decades. The quarters, it was revealed that had been witness to a tragic incident during a conflict that had taken place many years ago. During that fateful night, a unit of soldiers had been ambushed while on a covert mission. The chars of the battle had claimed the lives of many brave men, and the barracks of Udhampur became a makeshift hospital for the wounded. Among the casualties was a young soldier named Lieutenant Vikram. who succumbed to his injuries in the very quarters that now stood as a testament to his untimely demise. Lieutenant Vikram, it seemed, had not found peace in death, his spirit, forever bound to the place where he drew his last breath, wandered the corridors in search of closure. The soldiers stationed at the quarters had unwittingly become witnesses to the residual energy of a tragedy that had scared the very fabric of the building. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Captain Singh resolved to communicate with the restless spirit. The barracks, cloaked in darkness, became the stage for a paranormal investigation, unlike any other. Captain Singh, flanked by a select group of soldiers, embarked on a journey into the unknown, a quest to unravel the mysteries that shrouded Udhampur army quarters. As the clock struck midnight, the air in the quarters took on a palpable tension. Armed with equipment designed to detect paranormal activity, the team ventured into the haunted corridors. Captain Singh thought, a man of rationality, felt a chill run down his spine as they delved deeper into the hearts of the barracks. The atmosphere became charged with an otherworldly energy. Electronic devices flickered inexplicably, and the temperature plummeted as if a spectral presence sought to make its presence known. Captain Singh, undeterred by the supernatural forces at play, called out to Lieutenant Vikram, inviting him to communicate. In the stillness of the night, a whisper echoed through the corridors. It was a voice tinged with sorrow, a spectral plea for understanding. The soldiers, both intrigued and unnerved, listened as Lieutenant Vikram's voice seemed to traverse the realms of the living and the dead. Through a series of questions and responses, Captain Singh learned the tragic tale of Lieutenant Vikram's final moments. The young officer, filled with a sense of duty, had clung to life long enough to pass on vital information to his comrades. His unfinished business, it seemed, kept his spirit tethered to the barracks. As the communication continued, Captain Singh made a solemn promise to Lieutenant Vikram, a vow to ensure that the truth of that tragic night would be acknowledged and honored. The ghostly apparition, perhaps finding solace in the officer's commitment, began to fade away, leaving behind an ethereal sense of closure. In the days that followed, Captain Singh and his team worked tirelessly to unveil the forgotten chapter of Udhampur army quarters. They unearthed records and testimonies that corroborated Lieutenant Vikram's account, validating the soldiers' lingering spirit. The barracks, once a place of spectral unrest, underwent a transformation. Captain Singh, inspired by the events that transpired, spearheaded efforts to honor the memory of those who had perished during that fateful night. A memorial was erected within the quarters, a solemn tribute to the sacrifices made by the soldiers who had become entwined with the haunted legacy of Udhampur. With the acknowledgement of their story, the supernatural occurrences within the army quarters began to wane. The soldier, once haunted by the spectre of Lieutenant Vikram, found a newfound sense of peace. Udhampur army quarters, though forever marked by the echoes of its haunted past, became a place where the living and the dead found a fragile harmony. The tale of Captain Singh's encounter with Lieutenant Vikram became a part of Udhampur's folklore, a story that transcended the boundaries of the paranormal and spoke to the resilience of the human spirit. The soldiers, tasked with defending the nation, had confronted a supernatural adversary and emerged with a deep understanding of the interconnectedness between the living and the dead. And so, the haunted legacy of Udhampur Army Quaters became a testament to the enduring bond between soldiers, the unspoken camaraderie that extended beyond the realms of life and death. The barracks, though forever haunted by the echoes of a tragic night, stood as a symbol of honor, duty, and the indomitable spirit of those who stood guard in the face of the unknown.